Guys, Francis, today is Wednesday, January 29th, 2025. This is my trade review. We'll start with the market. We, I had a kind of a neutral bias today. If it was going to be bullish, it had to break above this point. Spies obviously didn't do that, and neither did the Q. So they opened inside and they weren't able to break above the previous day's high. We'll start off with AMD was actually my first trade of the day. So for me, AMD, it broke above the previous day's bar eventually. So I was looking for that and it had relative strength to the market at some time. So just drilling it down on, let's say, the 2 minute right here, you can see that the market was selling off and AMD was strong. It pulled above that trend line and it held the VWAP. So I was a little bit too aggressive on the first trade. I bought this right here on 2 minute. So as this red bar moved above this green bar, this change of color bar, I got in. The entry was I got filled at 117 basically. I gave it to 116. Let's see. I gave it $1. I gave it a full dollar stop loss, actually. But as it came down to this point, it was about to break VWAP. I just decided to get out a little bit earlier. So this was close to an R loss. I think in hindsight, it would have been safer if it actually came back to VWAP, see what the price action is before we commit. But I guess that's what I did, right? So I hold this previous day high. This is what the dotted line is. As you can see here, this is the high from the previous day. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. It held. Let's go in again. So from here, my entry was I actually wanted to see strength. So I waited for 1660 right here, got up, and then that's when I drew the trend line, smacked it. I got out right here. I gave it 60 cents and it just tagged me out by 4 pennies. I even contemplated on going in a fourth time once this kind of moved up. I saw that hold, but I think I was just too damaged at this point. And of course, three times the charm, this thing goes 2R. Just kind of shitty. Um, Really nothing to say about that. I think the entry could have been a little bit better. I think my idea was there, just call it bad execution or just poor timing. I don't know. I ended up scalping NVDA. This was definitely weak. It was pretty much the same as the market. Uh, let's see where we're at. So on this double bottom, I kind of saw that the I was hoping for a bounce. I think that's what I was looking for. Let me just double check here. Sorry, it was this point right here. So it kind of tapered off similar to the market. And what gave me confidence to go into this trade was at the time I entered, it was resting on the 200 MA. So this was my entry right here. I entered at 122. I gave it a dollar stop. My entry, I got a little bit bad fill. Well, I shouldn't say bad fill. I I was okay paying up a little bit because I saw this double bottom retest and resting on the 200 MA at the time. You got one, two, three, four igniting. So naturally, I think that it was going to hold. This was a quick 1 hour scalp. I got it right there. And then the last trade I took was GLW. This was through scanning throughout the day, and this thing just completely sold off. By the time I was looking at it, this was already at 200% ATR. I was stalking this. I had my trade ready, but this came in super fast. I did not have a chance to go in at all. We'll drill it down to 1 minute really quick. Like this was the 1 minute bar. It just popped up. So I decided to wait to see if there's a double bottom retest. It came down. Contemplate. I That's when I actually got filled. I did a quarter lot on this one. So the first entry, I think it was around. I think it was about 50 some I can't recall exactly, but I think it was a 50-50. Maybe that's where I entered in. Something like that. You can see this bar here. As it came down to $50, I averaged down again. So my average about 50.25. Um, I was in a 3 hour meeting today. I didn't get a chance to get out. I think if I was playing options, you can see this area moving up back into the 20 MA. This should have been a sold, but I was a little bit greedy. I wanted to see if I can go back up to VWAP. And yeah, my meeting basically lasted until here. I had 30 minutes left before getting out the market. So once I saw that it wasn't doing anything, I took a small loss. I sold it at 49.80, I think, give or take. It's somewhere in this bar. If I waited a little bit longer, would have got out at break even, but that that would have been not prudent. So this one I took a loss for because I only took a quarter lot. It was only like a quarter hour loss. It wasn't really anything major. All in all, four trades, two downs, three down trades, and then one up. I'm down minus 1.21 R for the day. So yeah, just I'm going to enroll in options this week. We'll get some live data, so I'll get a better sense of what I can achieve with that. Still got to tighten up a little bit. Day trading has been a little bit more difficult. Scalp has provided a little bit more opportunities as of lately. Just follow through has not been there. So that's one other trade I was looking at was D-Dog. I man, I was so close in shorting this. My short would have been 145.50, give it to like this area, and it went. Main thing I wasn't confident in was just there's this prior day low right here, right? So if I just looking at that, I was worried it wasn't going to break through at this point, but evidently it was weak enough. I think comparing that with the market was kind of bouncing. You see the market bouncing right there, and I was concerned that this was gonna follow through with it. So in any case, this was a trade that I did not take. Again, overall minus 1.21 R for Wednesday, January 29th, 2025. Thank you.